You're squeezed out of your mother onto the cold metal floor of a Yautja birthing chamber, and congratulations, you're basically a wrinkly alien potato with mandibles. No cute baby photos for you. Your first breath of that thick, humid atmosphere burns your tiny lungs, while mom gives you exactly 3 seconds of attention before wandering off to polish her skull collection. Welcome to life as a Yautja pup, where parental neglect is a feature, not a bug. Your mandibles twitch instinctively, already trying to click together in what will eventually become your species' version of talking. Right now, though, you sound like a broken cricket. You're what they call a suckling, which is their fancy way of saying meat sack that screams a lot. Your mom might stick around for a few weeks, tossing you scraps of raw meat that taste like metallic roadkill, but don't get too attached. She's got hunts to plan and trophies to collect. By the time you hit your toddler years, you're already learning that everything in Yautja society revolves around one simple concept: kill or be a disappointment. Your first toys? Dulled wrist blades that you'll inevitably stab yourself with at least 47 times. Other Yautja pups become your first sparring partners. And let's just say playdates involve a lot more green blood than juice boxes. Your dreadlocks are just sad little nubs at this point, making you look like an angry pineapple with anger management issues. The older younglings mock you relentlessly, shoving you around and stealing your training weapons. But hey, builds character, right? Or trauma? Probably both. At age 7 or 8 in Yautja years, you graduate to what they call the youngling stage. Your training kicks into overdrive, and suddenly those dulled blades get a whole lot sharper. You're dragged into training arenas where scarred veterans beat the absolute snot out of you daily. They call it education. You call it legalized child abuse with extra steps. Your instructor, some battle-hardened elite with more scars than skin, doesn't believe in participation trophies. Mess up a combat drill? That's a backhand that sends you flying across the room. Show weakness? Get ready for a week of sleeping outside the clan quarters. Complain about anything? Well, let's just say some younglings mysteriously disappear during advanced training exercises. The worst part? You're starting to understand their clicking language properly now, which means you get to fully comprehend all the creative ways they're calling you worthless. Your instructor's favorite phrase translates roughly to softer than human flesh, which, in Yautja culture, is basically the ultimate insult. You spend your days learning to use every weapon in the Yautja arsenal, from plasma casters to smart discs. Of course, they don't give you the good stuff yet. You get the hand-me-downs that barely work, sputtering out sad little energy blasts, while the older trainees get the gear that actually kills things. It's like being given a Nerf gun while everyone else has bazookas. Combat training isn't just about weapons, though. Oh no, they want you to be a well-rounded killer. You learn tracking, stealth, and the art of skinning prey in under 30 seconds. Nothing says childhood like spending your afternoons elbow-deep in alien viscera while your instructor critiques your technique. No, no, no. You're supposed to separate the spinal column first, you pathetic meat waster. Fast forward a few years, and boom, you've hit the unblooded stage. You're basically a teenager now, which means you're full of hormones, aggression, and terrible life choices. Your dreadlocks have grown out to a respectable length, though they're still nowhere near as impressive as the adults. You strut around like you own the place, but everyone knows you're just cannon fodder waiting to happen. This is when training gets genuinely lethal. Your instructor can now kill you with impunity if you screw up badly enough. Miss a block during sparring? Dead. Show cowardice during a training hunt? Super dead. Accidentally use the wrong fork at dinner? Okay, maybe not dead, but definitely getting your face rearranged. You and your fellow unblooded live in shared quarters that smell like a gym locker room had a baby with a slaughterhouse. Privacy? What's that? You're crammed in with 15 to 20 other angry teenage aliens, all competing for the chance to not die during your eventual blooding ceremony. The testosterone levels are so high you could practically bottle the air and sell it as pre-workout. Group dynamics are fun too. There's always that one unblooded who thinks they're already elite material, practicing their victory roar in the mirror. Then there's the nervous one who everyone knows won't make it past their first hunt. You? You're somewhere in the middle, trying not to draw attention while secretly hoping everyone else fails spectacularly so you look better by comparison. The day finally arrives. Time for your blooding hunt. You and 2 other young bloods get dropped on some backwater planet that's been specifically seeded with xenomorphs, because apparently Your species' idea of a coming-of-age ceremony is, go fight the universe's most perfect killing machine with subpar equipment. They hand you armor that's about as acid-resistant as tissue paper and weapons that your instructor probably found at a Yautja garage sale. Meanwhile, you know the elders are watching from their cloaked ship, probably taking bets on which one of you dies first. The odds are not in your favor, considering historical statistics show maybe 1 in 3 young bloods survives their first hunt. Those are worse odds than Russian roulette with 2 bullets. You creep through some ancient pyramid, your bio, masks targeting system glitching because of course it is. Every shadow could hide a xenomorph. Every drip of water might be acid saliva. Your heart's pounding so hard you're pretty sure the xenomorphs can hear it from 3 levels away. This is what years of training have prepared you for, except suddenly all that training feels about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Then you see it. Your first xenomorph. It's everything the veterans warned you about and worse. All teeth and claws and concentrated murder. Your partner freezes up, which is exactly what you're not supposed to do. The xenomorph doesn't hesitate though. 1 second your buddy's standing there, the next he's got a tail through his chest, and his last word is a gurgling click that probably translates to, Mommy. Now it's personal. You manage to actually kill a xenomorph through some combination of luck, adrenaline, and sheer panic. Time for the blooding ritual. You break off the dead alien's finger, trying not to think about how this is basically the galaxy's most dangerous arts and crafts project. The acid burns as you mark your forehead with your clan symbol. Congratulations, you're officially an adult. Your prize? Not dying. Yet. But wait, there's more. See, becoming blooded is just the beginning of your troubles. Now you have to survive long enough to make it back to the ship, while more xenomorphs pour out of the walls like a nightmare conga line. Your other partner? Yeah, he got face-hugged while celebrating his first kill. Classic rookie mistake. You barely make it back alive, covered in burns, missing a few fingers, and probably traumatized for life. The elders nod approvingly, which is the Yautja equivalent of a standing ovation. You're officially a blooded hunter now, which means you get slightly better gear and the privilege of going on even more dangerous hunts. Lucky you. Adult life as a Yautja is basically one long murder vacation. You travel from planet to planet, looking for things to kill and turn into wall decorations. But first, you need territory, and good luck finding any, because every decent hunting ground is already claimed by someone bigger and meaner than you. Challenging for territory means fighting another Yautja, and these aren't friendly sparring matches. These are knockdown, drag-out brawls where losing means death or exile. You spend weeks scouting for the weakest territory holder you can find. Someone old or injured enough that you might actually stand a chance. Even then, it's a brutal affair that usually ends with someone missing body parts. Once you finally get your own hunting grounds, you have to defend them constantly. Every young punk looking to make a name for themselves sees you as a stepping stone. You can't show weakness, can't take a sick day, can't even limp without some ambitious young blood thinking it's their shot at glory. Then there's mating season, which is exactly as romantic as you'd expect from a species that considers decapitation a form of artistic expression. Female Yautja only notice you if you've got an impressive trophy collection and a decent territory. No trophies, no chance. It's like Tinder, but instead of posting gym selfies, you're displaying skinned corpses. The females are bigger, stronger, and way more aggressive than males. Courtship involves a lot of violent displays of dominance that make MMA look like ballroom dancing. If a female finds you worthy, great. If not, she might literally throw you off a cliff. Dating is rough when your potential partner can bench press a small spacecraft. Even if you successfully mate, you'll never see your offspring. They're the female's problem now. You just contributed some DNA and went back to your lonely existence of hunting and avoiding other predators who want to kill you. Father's Day must be really awkward on Yautja Prime. Years pass, decades, maybe even centuries if you're lucky and skilled enough. You rack up trophies, earn respect, maybe even make it to elite status. But age comes for everyone, even 7-foot-tall alien killing machines. Your reflexes slow, your strength fades. Those old hunting injuries start acting up every time the weather changes. Younger predators start eyeing your territory like hungry wolves. You can see it in their eyes during clan gatherings. They're measuring you up, noticing how you favor your left leg, how your plasma caster takes an extra second to charge. You're not the apex predator anymore. You're becoming prey. Your final hunt comes sooner than you'd like. Some hotshot young blood challenges you for your territory. You've been in 100 fights, but this time is different. Every move hurts. Every block comes a fraction too slow. The young punk is faster, stronger, hungrier. You put up a good fight because that's what you do. But deep down, you know how this ends. As you lay there, green blood pooling beneath you, vision fading to black, you can't help but think about the irony. You spent your whole life collecting trophies, and now you're about to become one. The young predator doesn't even have the decency to make it quick. He's savoring his victory, probably already planning where he'll mount your skull. Your last thought? At least you don't have to attend another clan meeting where they serve that awful fermented alien meat that tastes like someone marinated a shoe in battery acid. Silver linings, right? Besides, you always knew you'd die with your boots on. You just didn't expect them to be on someone else's trophy wall.